Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So, do succulents require a good amount of air circulation? Now yes, a good air circulation is an excellent choice for our succulents. Just like any other plants, if there is a good amount of airflow, the plants and the succulents will do excellent. But for our succulents, the good air circulation is very important for their health. One, because the soil will tend to dry a little faster. Now how can we provide that for our succulents? Now that is related with the dry leaves. Now as you can see, this portion is completely filled with dry leaves at the base. Now this is going to restrict the airflow or a good amount of air circulation. Now in order to achieve that good amount of air circulation, we will have to take out all of those dry leaves. Now the reason why a good air circulation is important, because if the succulents are very cramped, if the succulents have a lot of dry leaves, that can house a lot of pests, that can house a lot of insects, mold, fungus, you name it, because the location does not get a lot of light. It is quite damp, it's cool. We often tend to water it, so the soil and the area tends to stay a little damp and moist, which is a very ideal place for a lot of bugs, for a lot of fungus, for a lot of mold to thrive in that conditions. But if there is going to be a good amount of airflow, then the mold, the fungus tends to have a very less chance to survive in that kind of location. So it's very important that you get rid of all of those dry leaves. Now as you can see, I tend to do this probably every month whenever I tend to see that there are excess leaves. Now you can see when I am trying to take out those dry leaves, I do not see any mealybugs, which is such a good sign of relief, because a lot of times the lower portion where the dry leaves are, there is a lot of bugs, there are a lot of ants that tend to hide. But luckily you can see the entire stem is very fresh, and in fact there is a small little tiny pup that is growing. So you can see it's completely healthy, the stem is doing quite well. Now after I have taken out all of the dry leaves, I think there are probably few more over here. Now once I have taken all of these leaves out, there is going to be a good amount of space for either the new pups to grow, or there is going to be a good amount of air circulation for the succulent to breathe. You can see right now the succulent is much more open. You can see now all of those dry leaves have been taken out. Now there is going to be more room for the air to flow. There is going to be a good amount of air circulation. So in this way you can try and remove all of those dry leaves. Apart from taking out these dry leaves, these can, when they tend to dry out, they can easily house a lot of molds, fungus, even pests, and even at times ants also tend to hide in this. So it becomes a little difficult for the plant to grow well, because they are going to continually attack the succulent. So when there is going to be a good amount of air circulation, it's going to be much easier for the plant to breathe. It is going to help in drying the soil faster as well, and it's not going to give any hiding space for any of the bugs. A lot of times spider mites also tend to make their nest in between these spots, so it's very important to clear off all these dry leaves. Now this is my Echeveria Raindrop. It has started to get the bumps. It was slightly stretched initially because it was not getting a lot of light. Now of late it has been getting a good amount of light. All the bumps on these leaves are looking absolutely beautiful. It has lost the color. Probably during winters the colors will come back. Right now it's green because it's kind of in its growing period. Apart from that, there is less light, so it has turned little greenish in color, but it's absolutely fine. As and when the winters are going to come in, it will start to get color. Apart from that, I also noticed there is a small little bloom on it, so I will have to cut it off once it tends to extend out a little bit. Again guys, even our raindrop also has a little bit of farina on them, so you have to be extremely careful. Do not touch the leaves, otherwise it will get damaged. So I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.